Welcome to our journey through Surah Saba, focusing on the scales of gratitude, a profound exploration of history, logic, and divine law. The surah gets its name from a historical reference in verse 15, mentioning the tribe of Saba, a prosperous civilization in ancient Yemen. The context of the surah is the Middle Meccan period, an era dominated by psychological warfare and mockery, known as the Era of Whispers. The skeptics' weapon was ridicule and sarcasm. Their target was the core belief of Tawheed, or monotheism, and the reality of the afterlife. They attacked with stubborn pride, ignoring logic. Allah provides a divine rebuttal, the logic of history. He calls two witnesses to the stand, the test of power and the test of gratitude, to answer the mockery. Witness 1 is the kingdom of gratitude, embodied by prophets Dawood and Suleiman. They were granted immense power, from mountains echoing praise to controlling the wind and the jinn. Despite possessing empires, Dawood and Suleiman were the exception to the rule that power corrupts. They maintained humility, demonstrating power without pride. Witness 2 is the civilization of Saba, a prosperous nation blessed with secure dwellings and booming trade, an envy of the world. They were blessed with abundance. Saba reached a turning point, the burden of blessings. They grew arrogant, attributing success to themselves, forgetting the provider, and even wishing for hardship. Their pride led to the flood of Aram, resulting in the Great Scatter. Their prosperous society disintegrated, and they were scattered until they ceased to exist as a nation. The people of Saba were reduced to mere legends, their history becoming a cautionary phrase, scattered like the people of Saba. This is the tale of two paths. The prophets combined power with gratitude, resulting in eternal honor. Saba combined luxury with arrogance, leading to dust and ruin. The surah teaches that philosophy defines destiny. Belief in the afterlife is the structural integrity of a civilization. Denial leads to vanity, while Tawheed creates responsibility. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Will you be like the mountain that bows in praise, or the dam that breaks under the weight of its own pride?